Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 18th of August. Let's get straight into your reading with the energy oracle cards. We have 2 cards for Scorpio, please and thank you. Okay, so we have rest and rejuvenation, very 4 of Swords energy. This is when we see this card, it's generally a message to say you're shattered, Scorpio. You do need to take some time out. You need to, refuel your tank, if you like. If you're certainly a person that goes around looking after everybody else, if you aren't at full steam ahead and you're not running at full capacity, if you like, then you can't help the others if you wanted to. So there is a message about that. It's also, as I say, very 4 of Swords, which covers that follows the 3 of Swords. So maybe you've gone through a little bit of heartache and heartbreak, and you do need to take some time out, really, to reflect, perhaps. And then you've got journey. This is exciting, actually. It's almost like the rest, relaxation, rejuvenation gives you a new oomph, a new desire to think, oh, hang on a minute, which way is my life going? Maybe I can do something different. Maybe I need to reevaluate something and go a different direction, because that's exactly what she's doing. All of the signs are pointing that way, but she's actually walking in the opposite direction. It's like, no, I'm going to do something new now. It's kind of like a, what's it called when you get an inspiration, when something happens and it gives you a little bit of a kick up the bum, you think, yeah, actually, maybe I do need to do something new. Let's have a look, Scorpio. Dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading for Scorpio and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. And for some of you, it could literally just mean you're going on holiday. You're resting, you're rejuvenating, you're taking a break. Your journey is going on a holiday. Enjoying yourself. Let's have a look, Scorpio. Which would be quite a big deal, I feel, because it's, it's, especially if you've been through it, like a 3 of Swords. Yeah, look at that. 5 of Cups is your focus. Opportunity, please, and thank you for Scorpio. The Moon card. And what's your challenge, please, and thank you? The Page of Wands. And what's bubbling under the surface in the subconscious for Scorpio, please and thank you? The 9 of Pentacles. And then your advice and outcome, please and thank you for Scorpio. The Hierophant, the most spiritual card, one of the most spiritual cards in the deck, along with the High Priestess. Okay, so 5 of Cups is your focus for next week. Now, they're not, you can see what this lady is doing here, or this person is doing here. She's focusing on things that are not working out for her. What's really going down in a deep, dark hole, and that's drawing her emotions down there too. What she needs to be doing is looking around and looking at the beautiful basket full of light and bright coloured things behind her. And this is a card to say, don't focus on what's maybe you're going through, what's been going on, because with that rest and rejuvenation, I did feel that for some of you, you have gone through some heartache, heartbreak. Look at what, who you've got around you and what support you've got behind you, as opposed to what you don't have. And I know that sounds a bit harsh, but that is your focus for next week. And when we flip things on its head like that, even the tiniest little things, if you've got a bill come in, you think, oh my gosh, God, I hate paying this, I don't know, water bill. Rather than saying that, it's a kind of the energy is to say, you know what, I'm really grateful I've got water to my house, so I don't actually mind paying this. And I know it can stick in the throat a little bit, or whatever it might be. Just try it. Just try it. It makes everything else so much brighter, just by those tiny little changes. The Moon card is your opportunity. Now, the Moon is attributed to Pisces. It could be an opportunity to be with the Pisces next week. But this is also about you talking and getting things off of your chest. There's an opportunity to bring something to light, something to the surface, to highlight to others. Maybe you felt drowning in your emotions lately, or or in something that's become a real burden to you. There's an opportunity for you to get that off your chest. It could be counseling, it could be talking to somebody, it could be this mindset change. Just it brings things and just makes you feel like you're popping to the surface at last. You know, you can see she's literally drowning there, but things are coming to the surface now. Now, the Page of Wands is your challenge. It's you normally, a happy-go-lucky, the Page of Wands is. They're footloose, fancy-free, ready for a new challenge, a new idea, ready to embrace something new, something that's exciting. As a challenge, perhaps, you're just feeling, again, next week, a little bit down in the doldrums. It can also be that you have somebody around you, a Page of Wands would be somebody very young, who just is like non-stop, a bit like a Tasmanian devil who comes in and like they're just all over the place and you're just like, oh my gosh, give over, just calm down a bit. It could be somebody around you like that. But we're going to clarify. The Nine of Pentacles, it's what's bubbling under the surface. This is the card of independent financial independence. In some tarot readers call it the single parent card. For some of you, it could be, are you, the Five of Cups, a bit worried about the financial side to something? Might you have to be a bit more independent financially? Is this what's bubbling under the surface? It can also be that could be a frustration here that you're not actually getting out and enjoying yourself. You've worked very hard lately. You've built up your self-worth. You've built up your financial situation. And maybe, there's an urge for you to go out and enjoy that for some reason, for whatever that is. Perhaps because you've been in this Five of Cups energy, you're not allowing yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labour. Now, the Hierophant is your advice and outcome. The Hierophant is the very guru energy, as I say. He's the most spiritual leader of the church, if you like. He gives out advice to others. People look up to him. He's very, as I say, guru energy. The advice could be that you need to go and talk to somebody, maybe have a connection to spirit, somebody more spiritual to help you through this. It can also mean, as an advice card, perhaps you are looking to be giving out advice to others, because when we go through things that are really hard on us, what we can do is give out how we feel to others, give out, maybe there's others around you in the same boat and you're being that mentor to them. And in turn, that helps you to overcome things. It can also be the card of marriage because it represents commitments, high levels of commitment to a certain organization, if you like. Maybe there's something you've got to look at there. Maybe you've got to look at something a little bit less traditional. Let's have a look. Five of Cups. Why are you here, please and thank you? For some of you, it can be, there's overcoming a breakup, a marriage, perhaps. But let's have a look. Five of Cups. You've got three out here, and I'm going to take all three. Clarified by the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is what goes around comes around. It's a very karmic card and things are balancing out financially. I want you to focus on what you can give to get back. Now, I do think, again, it's a mindset thing. So, when you start thinking differently, it comes back round to you and it balances things out. Maybe this Five of Cups energy is, you're overcoming somebody who perhaps breadcrumbed you in the past, gaslighted you, but led you into a false sense of security. But the focus of that would be, just look at the positive aspect of the financial side of what you've got at the moment. It's a bit when Kathleen Cameron says, the mindset of lack will attract lack. When you balance it out, you start to get it back to you. This is about money coming back round to you, the Six of Pentacles is. Maybe you're waiting to, hear on a loan or a credit card and it's coming back round to you. You've got information coming to you. You've got the Eight of Cups, look, as the focus. Again, they're asking you to leave something behind that's not serving you, an emotion. And this is you going off and thinking, yeah, do you know what? Okay. I need to do that in order for something to balance out for me. And again, there's your journey. Now, the Nine of Swords, the focus of the Nine of Swords is to say what you need to focus on, what's keeping you up at night. This is your thoughts and your worries keeping you up at night. So the focus would be, let's get it on the table. Let's get the cards on the table and take a look. And that's your Moon card. There's an opportunity here to do that, to get the emotions out in the open, to bring things to light to those that perhaps you're putting on a brave face in front of everybody, you know. Let's have a look. Why do we have the Moon card here? Please and thank you for Scorpio. Clarified by Temperance. Temperance is the card of alchemy, and this is kind of like saying you've what you're striving towards, what you're striving to turn one thing into another is working. You've just got to be patient about it. It's coming to fruition, because there they have their cups there. He's like pouring from one to the other. He's trying to make it one cup, if you like, and make it a positive cup. Keep going is the message of this card. It will come. You just need to be patient and a bit more open about things, is what I want to say there. It's Archangel there too. So there's something, again, we've got a spiritual card here too. Maybe there's an influence in spirit here for you. And are you expecting, you know, if you have been through some sort of upset, you know, don't expect for it to, one day you'll wake up and you'll think, oh, yeah, I actually feel all right today. And then a week later, perhaps it hits you like a bullet train again. And then you think, oh, I've gone back again. I've stepped back again. But that's part of the grieving process if that's what you're going through, Scorpio. And I do feel for some of you that is what this is about. On the other hand, this is simply getting your emotions to the surface and bringing things into balance again, like the Six of Pentacles is. But being patient about it. Page of Wands. Why are you here, please and thank you? Why do we have the Page of Wands here? Page of Wands. I said this on a reading before for you, Scorpio, that I feel like you've had to put something on the back burner. You had some desires and ideas and ambitions, and for some reason that's on the back burner. And it's probably down to this Five of Cups, something that's come along and kind of knocked you for six. Let's do one more. King of Swords. And the King of Swords is... King of Swords is swords of the mental suit, decisions, logics, and ideas. The King of Swords is my judge of the deck. He's somebody who will take the facts of that side and the facts of that side, blend them together. Maybe this is what the Temperance card is about, and offer a very fair outcome. There's something about it not being fair here. Maybe a legal issue too, contractually, because he's also reminds me of a solicitor, the King of Swords. You're dealing with that, and that's have to go on the back burner. This Page of Wands energy is like, okay, there's something about it not being in your favor. I'm going to do one more on that. It's somebody who... The King of Swords can be very selfish as a challenge and tell you things and make decisions that are to his favor and not yours. Let's have a look. King of Swords, why are you here as a challenge? You know, he's very one-way, bias. Oh, Queen of Swords. Crikey. Okay, but there is like a battle going on between this Queen and this King of Swords. And it's a battle of wits and who can win. Wow. Okay. And in the middle, you're in the middle here. This is what I feel. You're the one trying to be ambitious and driven. And they're just too busy arguing and trying to get the better of each other. There's something about that there. Because the Queen of Swords, oh my gosh, I tell you what. She can be a bitch. It's like a battle of wits going on there between two people, possibly Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Both of them, though. And I feel like you're stuck in the middle, Scorpio, for some reason. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is bubbling under the surface, and this is about, you know, is there some independent financial worries here, or concerns, or aspects even? It doesn't have to be a worry. She's got the Five of Swords, people bickering around you. There is a feeling of you wanting to walk away and go, do you know what, get on with it. And maybe that will, you know, maybe you're going to have to do, and that's that feeling of being independent that is bubbling under the surface. Are you concerned that you can't be independent? Are you going to have to take on more of a financial role within a relationship or a job? You know, more responsibility. Let's have a look. Five of Swords. Why are you here with that Nine of Pentacles? Is there an, you know, are people arguing about the finances within a family here? And I just feel like you're stuck in the middle of this. Wheel of Fortune, though, and Eight of Pentacles. I like that. The Wheel of Fortune says there's a very karmic energy around here. What goes around comes around. Certainly if they're bickering about money, it kind of shows their true colours. But also, you know, you wanting to go it alone, because you've got the Eight of Pentacles here, and this is you focusing on your goals and your goals only, and leaving them all behind again. There's something about you being very independent here. And that's, I feel like what they're doing is they're pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. And it's like, right, don't go too far, because this is what Scorpio is going to end up doing. You'll get nothing and I'll be on my own. And I'm quite happy to do that. And I'm working on my own. I'm quite happy to do that. So don't push me too far. Hierophant is your advice and outcome. And it can just simply mean that you need to change up your traditional ways of thinking. Let's have a look. I mean, it's a 5. Excuse me. It's a 5, and 5s in numerology are about change. And so it's a change of the way in which you know, you traditionally think. Now, that's clarified by the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Feeling very content and very happy with what you have. The heart chakra is overflowing here with, you know, this is your wish. This is what you've got. Let's have a look. Why Nine of Cups? Let's just do one more on that Nine of Cups, please. But it's a very brave journey. King of Wands, look at that. Talk about independent. Being the leader, being strong. Very Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And it's about committing to something and getting your wish fulfillment and making that commitment. Does that make sense, Scorpio? There's change as well. The King of Wands is all about change. I'm drawn to the salamander there. It's all about change, spiritual change too. For some of you, perhaps you are going into a more like a spiritual journey, you know, especially when we go through tricky times. It's a lovely journey too. I highly recommend you do it if you're not already. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to do a Green Witch Oracle for you and see what the final message is. Scorpio, please and thank you. And we've got time again. We've got time. Either Libra or Virgo or somebody else got time. And this is time as in the herb. presence and self-awareness. Let's see what the book says. I should remember this. That's Bella, by the way. She's moaning and groaning in the background. This 53. 53. 53. Here we go. She's looking at me like... So the message, the reflection is, have you been fully present in your daily life? If not, what steps can you take to change this? The time card is asking you to be present and self-aware. It may be time to take an inventory of how you feel. With all the presence, wishful thinking and illusion stripped away, evaluate yourself honestly. Take notes of areas that sting or hurt and what feels good. Try not to judge your feelings, just offer them love and understanding. And remember that feelings are not actions. It takes strength and effort to stay present in your life. That's quite a deep reading, Scorpio. So I hope you enjoyed that. Do let me know how it resonates. Do subscribe if you haven't done so already. I've got 65% of people who don't subscribe. For whatever reason. It's free. It doesn't affect anything other than it lets you know when your next reading is up. So subscribe away. Thank you so much for all of you and your support of this channel, and I'll see you next week.